The liner is all done, let's go hook up the pump and filter. This is what I will be building in this video. Alright, so it's time to take a look at the plumbing, how everything is connected and how you do it and how you glue everything and so on. You can see here that I added a new drain to this system as well as a small pipe over here for all the waste. These are the two inlets and outlets of this pump system. This goes directly to the pool. This is my heater that warms up the water. This is a UV lamp that removes bacteria and it reduces the amount of chlor I need in the pool. This is the filter. It is filled with glass particles, and obviously that's the pump. I will show you how everything is connected when I'm done with this. Now, but first of all, I'm gonna show you how to glue a few things. You can see this pipe over here. It's actually not glued in place yet. And this is what is called a dry fitting a pipe. Now, this is the way I do it to figure out the exact measurements of all the pipes and angles and so on before actually screw it into place. Now, when I know what the exact distance of everything is and that it looks good, I can remove all the parts and then glue it together. This thing over here is already glued. It's actually a flange over here with this ring, and then it's a small pipe, and then that's a 90-degree angle. This is already pre-made, so I'm not gonna do this part. What I am gonna do is this part over here, here, and here. These two angles needs to be pointing out at the same direction. They can't be like this or like that. So they need to be like this, as I had back in the other room. Now, when working with glues for PVC, know that this is pretty much super glue. It dries instantly. It's insanely fast. You have just a few seconds to work with. When you push two pieces of PVC together, do not expect to get them apart and do not think you have a second chance. If you make some mistake, you can't correct it. It is permanent. Now, before you glue things together, there is one more thing you need to do, and that is to prepare the surface of the PVC so the glue sticks to it properly. Now, there's two ways you can do that. You can use like a sandpaper sponge or whatever this is called, like this, and just sand the surface. And what you're really doing here is that you rough up this surface, because as you can see, these parts are fairly shiny and most glue doesn't stick to shiny parts. That's basically it. Here you have a chemical. It's pretty much a PVC primer. And what that does is pretty much the same thing as a sandpaper do, but with chemicals. Obviously this is way faster to use, so I'm using that. This container costs about $10 and it will last for many projects. However, the glue is, well, I'm not really sure I will have enough glue and I've barely done any gluing at all. So yeah, the glue is the part you have to worry about. These are solvents and they are highly toxic to breathe in, so when working with glues like this and contact glues and so on, use some kind of active carbon breathing masks so you don't get all the bad fumes in you. Use gloves, because this glue, as I said, it's pretty much super glue, so when you get it on your hands, it dries very fast and it's really hard to remove. I'm gonna start with these two pieces. Just quickly do like this. And you do the same thing on the inside of this pipe. 90-degree turn. Like that. And as soon as this has dried up, we apply the glue. Apply the glue on the outside on this pipe and on the inside on this connector. As soon as you have done that, you press them together really fast, and then you turn it slightly, because when you press it together, it will become like a glue strikes or whatever you can call it. That might create air channels so that it's not sealed properly. But by twisting it a little like that, it closes those gaps, so it becomes perfectly sealed. You go like this, a few turns. Then on the inside. And take them and press them together and twist. And that's it. The glue squeeze out you see here, you can remove it, you can leave it, it's up to you. Now I like to keep it clean, so I will remove it. Hey, if you like my video, then I would appreciate it a lot if you took the time and hit that like button. Alright, so the next part is this one. I will now take this piece to the other room and dry fit it, and I will adjust this angle until it is exactly as I want it to be, and then I will mark both these pieces with a line, like over here and over here. There's a small marking here already, so I'll take use of that and try to mark on the pipe on the exact same position, like that. Now check where the markings are and press them together and twist it in the correct location. Now if you don't have any glue squeeze out when you press these two parts together, you can assume that you have used too little glue and that this joint will leak, because the glue is squeezed out when there's no more room for it. If no glue is squeezed out, then there is still room for more glue inside this, and that means it's air inside. The way I can see if it fits or not is pretty much on this rubber ceiling here. If this is flat, like it seemed to be, I have done a perfect job on this angle. And there we have it. Full install and ready to use. Okay, so this is the last piece I have puzzled together, and it was truly a pain in the butt to deal with. You can see all these different angles I have going on here. I had these T connections, all these 90 degrees and so on, and just to get everything to fit, it was a nightmare. A few things that I learned during the way is how to align pieces. First of all, I dry fitted this, meaning that I put it into place just as it is without any glue, and while everything was exactly where it should be, I took a piece of tape. And then I took the tape and put it like this on top of the joint. There was no glue here then, I just put it like that. And then I pressed it down and just cut it like this. Now these two pieces of tape are now perfectly aligned with each other, so I know even if I take this piece apart, they will still be aligned with each other. So then when I glue it, I just put glue on them and press them together and align these two tapes with each other. Now obviously when you put these two pieces together, there will be some glue coming out, and that would actually glue the tape to the pipe. So what I do is that I just cut off a little piece of the tape like this to leave room for the glue. I can still clearly see with my eyes that these two pieces are aligned with each other, and then I know these two pipes are exactly as they should be. So just a piece of tape will help a long way. And here you can see I still have room for glue to squeeze out. If I don't remove that small piece of tape, it looks like this, and then there's a chance that, well, there's not a chance, it's a fact that I will glue this tape to the pipe. So that's a really good way to align two pieces with each other. Sadly, I came up with this on the last few joints. So a few of the joints I made, I took a pen, as you saw in the beginning, and just drew a line like this and up like that. And then I tried to align the lines, but as you can see, the paint from the pen kind of like smeared out and was really difficult to see, so I could not see this very clearly. So all I need to do now is to put this into place and then just try to put water through the system and see if it works. So if I can get this into place now, it's a bit full. Everything is now connected and hopefully it will work. But for now I just want to test and see if this will... Oh, that's nice. And see if this will work. The only thing I'm going to plug in here is the pump. But before I plug in the pump, I need to fill the system with water, and to do that I turn these two on. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Here we go. So let's test this system. This filter is completely new and it has a lot of fine debris in it that I do not want to be flushed into the pool. So as a first time use, I am gonna put this into rinse mode So all the pool water will go into the filter and then out to the sewage. And after about a minute or so, I am gonna flip this into filter mode and then run it as it should be run. Let's see, rinse, and then turn the pump on. Okay, so filter mode. This water will now go into the pool. Alright, so there is no leaking parts, which is great. Rinsing the system apparently has a tremendous amount of water going out from the system into the sewage, so much that the water level got below the skimmer. Sure, some water would obviously been removed, but I wasn't expecting it to go that fast. So right now I will fill up a lot more water into the pool and then run the system again. Okay, so the system is fully active right now. There is no leaks and it works perfect. This is how it works. This is where the water comes in and this is where the water goes out. I have a valve on both the intake and the outlet. It sucks water through the skimmer and in comes the water over here. Now this is the intake. It comes down through this pipe and goes down here into the pump. The pump then brings the water up and into the filter. The filter filters the water and pushes the water out and into the UV lamp. The UV lamp destroys bacteria, reducing the need of chlor, and then pushes the water up into the heater. This is what heats the water. And then it pumps the water back out to the pool. And it keeps doing that forever. Now, you might have also noticed that I had a valve over here and here. And those valves, together with this pipe over here, is connected to the sewage, so that I can drain this system completely if I want to. So, if I have this open, it goes down here and into this, and I open this one, the water will go into the drain. The pipe you see over here that's also connected to the drain is for different functions of the filter. Rinse, it will take water from the pool into the filter and then to the drain. Circulation, just take the water from the pool and back to the pool without passing through the filter. Waste is simply the same thing as I have here on the valves. It takes water from the pool, it bypasses the filter, it doesn't go through the filter and then out to the drain. And then we have this one, backwash. It takes water from the pool and then it goes the wrong way through the filter and then out to the waste. This is the way you clean the filter. And the way I know when to do this is when this pressure rises from this position to that position. That means the filter goes very slow and it's a high pressure in the system. And when it's a high pressure, I backwash it. Simple as that. Everything is connected and fully functional. I was expecting some leaks when I hooked this up. This was the first time I actually glued pipes like this, so I'm very pleased that there is no leaks, and it's also very surprising.